Still Bills, what's the deal? Man, I'm fresh off the clock. Pretty big workload today, but it wasn't to the point where it just fucked me up. Like, I'm just tired. I'm just starving. So, I'm running the Luigi's Italian over here in Bellevue. Man, every time I come and holler at y'all, I'm on a food run, man. It be like that, man. But peep game, man. I want to talk about big fight coming up on, man. Saturday is gonna be a really good night for boxing, man. We got Shakur Stevenson and Oscar Valdez. I gave my thoughts on that. Now I want to give my thoughts on Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano, man. I'm really starting to get into into women's boxing, man. I don't talk about it enough, and it's a few fighters in particular that I'm like really like big fan. Katie Taylor is one of the fighters I'm like, yo, she is dope. And Alicia Baumgartner, I'm like, yo, she's dope. She's nice. She's like that. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, I went and I looked Savannah Marshall and Clarissa Shields. I'm watching all these and I'm like, yo, Michaela Mayer. I'm like, yo, Natasha Jonas. I watched her go up to 54 and knock Shorty out and gain a title up there. I was like, that's what I'm talking about, sister. Do your shit. So I really love women's boxing, man, because it isn't nearly as political. Even though I see that they're trying to get pretty political with Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgartner, I most definitely do notice that. I did hear Baby say, yeah, we got to let that fight build a little bit. You know, I just, with how they're doing, I think that's about, you know, it's not going to get as high as what it is that they're like. It's like, oh shit, it's going to, will it be bigger than Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor? I'm not so sure, but I think it will be a sizable fight for, you know, considering where female boxing is at today in the now. So I think they need to keep doing what it is that they're doing, all the clapping at each other back and forth on Twitter, because that's the best way to build the fight. And yeah, but all in all, I got a little off track. I love where female boxing is at right now, man. I'm really trying to endorse female boxing and speak on it more. I give Ring IQ, shout out to Julius, man. He gives me a lot of insight when it comes to female boxing, man. I get a lot of the people that I go and I listen to comes directly from him and his knowledge on female boxing, you dig? So I really respect his opinion, man. But nonetheless, man, we got to get into Taylor and Serrano, man. I feel like I know a lot of people were saying that this is a 50-50 fight, man, but I don't really see it that way. I don't really see it that way, man. When I look at Amanda Serrano, as nice as she is, I see I don't see somebody who's as defensively astute as a Katie Taylor. You know what I'm saying? From what I've been told, I don't know for sure. I don't know. I do not know, and I don't want to make it seem as if I'm clapping at it. Nah, none of that is the case, because who she's fighting now is a legitimate opponent. But I have been told, now I've heard that she fights a lot of smaller women that move up. And they move up with intentionally just to fight her. So now, all right, cool. You know, you can do that, but now what? You know, your punching power is, you know, was really on display. But what happens when you're fighting somebody that's your size and isn't going nowhere, and they're making you miss and punishing you for the misses? You know what I'm saying? I see. You know, Amanda Serrano she's really good. Like I don't want nobody to get it fucked up. Like, you know, I'm taking shots at baby or nothing like that. That's not the case. But I see what I see at Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. Unless this fight, I kind of see a parallel between Golovkin and Canelo. The difference is Golovkin was more tested at his respectable weight class than the likes of Amanda Serrano. Now, I don't know her background that in depth. I don't know. So I don't want to jump to conclusions, but what I have been told, she has bumped up women from smaller divisions to come up and fight her. can't ignore that. Because you look at, you know, Katie Taylor just beat, you know, I think last year, I watched her beat Natasha Jonas. I think it was last year. And Natasha Jonas just won a strap at 154 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So she's sturdy, and it's enough, you know, she has respectable enough power to thwart the onslaught of these bigger women who are coming and standing in front of her. And another upside that I'm seeing that I'm not necessarily seeing from Amanda Serrano is defense. I see defense, I see footwork, I see head movement, I see counter punching. I see all that in Katie Taylor. I see fast hands. I see, you know, Amanda has timing. She has really good timing. You dig? She has really good timing. But I see somebody who's kind of straight up and down. And I see dimensions and layers in the Katie Taylor. You know what I mean? Like, I see. I see a lot more ring savvy and IQ and come on, bro. I need to get over. I see that in Katie Taylor. You know what I'm saying? I see competent feet. I see, yo, man, niggas is wilding on the interstate. Fuck. But I see competent feet. I see really good counter punching. I see fast hands. I see head movement. I see feet. You dig? I see the ability to get in and get out. And that's what I see when I look at Katie Taylor, man. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't think this is a 50-50 fight. Personally, man, I don't see it as that. I would say 55-45 or something like that. You know, I don't see it as a 50-50 fight. Now, Serrano has the respectable enough power to go out there and eradicate Shorty, most definitely, but I know triangle theories don't work. They do not work. And I think I mentioned it before. But Serrano went out there and, you know, gave Miriam Gutierrez a beat. Like, she disfigured her face. She disfigured her face. And, like, you know, I don't like to be that dude, oh, well, she did that. Well, how come she couldn't do that? Because it happens. Yeah, I have explained it before because I brung up Tank and Keith Thurman. Their common opponent is Mario Barrios. Tank was able to stop Mario Barrios, but Keith Thurman wasn't. Now, granted, people hold that against him, but they won't bring up the fact that it was, I think, the gloves. You know, the glove. It was bigger gloves, and Keith was off a two-year time, a 2-year stint at activity. So they bring up that, but they don't bring up that as well. So I'm not. Sometimes the motherfucker is just like, nah, bro, you just gonna have to beat the shit out of me, bro. I'm not dropping. If I get dropped, I'm getting right back up. Sometimes it just be like that. Sometimes they just, you know, they will themselves through 12 rounds of hell. And Amanda Serrano she faced a chick who just wasn't gonna drop or nothing like that. Katie Taylor dropped her. Like it was like, god damn. Like, fuck, man. Like it was a beautiful counter, man. Slip, pow, pow. Shorty on her pockets. So I don't know if the power disparity is that big. I would favor Amanda Serrano as far as the power. I would favor her in that regard, but I don't think it's that big of a disparity between the two of them where we can say Katie Taylor can't enter an exchange with Amanda Serrano. Like how I feel Shakur Stevenson can't enter an exchange with Oscar Valdez. I don't feel like that with Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. I think Katie Taylor could stand there, plant her feet, let go of a few combinations, open up, you know, enter exchanges, and be all right. She could be all right. Now, I ain't saying, oh, well, she got the chin. Like, if she get clicked on the chin, of course, it's, you know, it's problematic. But I mean, punch for punch, you know what I'm saying? You hit me back, you hit me hard, I'm hitting you back hard, and the opponent in front of you is respecting that power. You dig? So they're trying to be that much more accurate with their shots instead of just letting some shit go. Because the shot that I don't see, the shot that I allow you to hit me, man, I may not be able to recover from that. So I don't feel that Katie Taylor can't go into can't enter into an exchange with Amanda Serrano and come and that'll be to her detriment. I don't feel like that, man. So I think by and large, Katie Taylor she just has more ingredients in her game, and I think she's gonna come out victorious in this fight. Oh man, damn dog. I think she's gonna come out victorious in this fight, man. That's how I feel about it, man. I'm going with Katie Taylor, unanimous decision, but it will be a tough fight. I think Amanda is most definitely coming to fight. I think she's coming to fight, man. But the type caliber of women that Katie Taylor has sit in front of, I mean, Jesus, dude, she beat Natasha Jonas. Natasha Jonas is a champion in a higher division. Now, there, that's a pretty ambiguous type of situation right there, because that's open to interpretation. That's open to interpretation. Some people believe that Devin Haney isn't at his best at 135 pounds, so his power, he's killing himself to make weight, so he's compromising his power in the process. He's compromising his chin in the process because he's killing himself to make 35. People feel Shakur Stevenson, he's stronger at 30. He's stronger at 30. And that's why he was able to stop Jamel Herring. So maybe Natasha Jonas wasn't as strong at 40. Oh, hold up. It's Taylor 47. Oh, man, I'm having a brain freeze like a motherfucker. Nah, she's 40. Yeah, she's 40. Because Jessica McCaskill was undisputed at 47. So she's a super lightweight. Love Jessica McCaskill, too. But, yeah. Maybe that was the situation with Natasha Jonas. I'm not too sure, but the fact of the matter is that she stood in front of her and was able to not necessarily stand in front of her, but she was able to win that fight convincingly. I think she'll be all right entering in an exchange with Amanda Serrano. So that's where I'm going with it, man. That's how I feel about it. I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, please and let a nigga know. But I gotta go with Katie Taylor in this fight, man. That's a bad motherfucker right there. I love watching her fight. She's a beast. She's sharp. She's just, she's the complete package as far as boxing goes, man. She's a beast, man. She's a beast. She's a beast, and she's undisputed for a reason, man. So I'm going with Katie Taylor, 12-round unanimous decision. Nah, I go split decision, man. I think Amanda's gonna make it a tough fight. I do believe that. I don't think she's gonna be able to dictate distance to her favor the way that she wants to for 12 rounds. I think Amanda is going to close the distance, close the gap, and land some big shots, but it'll be too far in between. So that's how I'm feeling about it, man. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Deuces.